Ayo, it's 2026 and some anime fans are still doing the most, like the utmost, more than most people could imagine, because what the heck is going on out here? It's a new year. Why are anime fans still doing some crazy, nonsensical, like, what's happening here? So it seems as though anime fans and fans of idols and all sorts of stuff alike have once again struck as far as, well, raging when things don't go their way. But this one is another type of circumstance, because we've been through some of these troubled waters in terms of the fact that when a manga or an anime ends, and let's just say we'll go in the realm of what this one is about, when pairings don't happen the way that certain fans want, they get really upset. We've seen at the end of Bleach when Ichigo didn't end up with who people wanted Ichigo to end up with, people burn their merchandise. We've seen the same thing with Naruto. People burn their merchandise. We've seen people really go in when certain ships just don't go the way that fans want. And before we continue, hit that subscribe button so you get up to date on everything and anything in the world of anime and manga. Hit the buttons, which I guess is a lesson in and of itself that anime fans need to come to terms with in terms of, well, acceptance. Because we're gonna get into it in a second on what anime fan burned what and why they did it. But honestly, in general, this is a problem that might persist down the road. It just depends on, where the fandom goes as anime continues to expand and become more popular than ever. You just don't know what fans it's going to attract, because it's unfair to say that this is a new fandom thing. It's unfair to say that this is pre-existing fans. This is just a thing that anime fans oftentimes have troubles, I guess maybe you could argue, dealing with their emotions. Again, acceptance is a thing. Like, no matter what, when things happen, you just gotta accept them and move forward with whatever it is you're trying to do. Like, don't get me wrong, if it's something that upsets you, yeah, you gotta take the time to process it. If it's a loss in any form, whatever the case may be, sure, you gotta take a moment to grieve. But ultimately, at the end of the day, when things happen, and even if it's not to your liking, people just gotta accept them. Because apparently it was recently announced that an idol or a voice actress essentially was in a relationship and quote unquote married. I say quote unquote just because we don't know all the circumstances and all the business. We just get, somewhat press releases, so to speak. And if you don't know, oftentimes, not even just an anime fandom, but we'll just for now say about, when it comes to anime fans, a lot of the times these voice actresses or these idols, whether it be a K-pop idol, whatever the case may be, they usually keep their relationships under wraps, because when things get revealed, there's all sorts of things that happen. In particular, in this one, some fans, they get a little bit irate, so to speak, and kind of act out. Because according to this, an incident surfaced online after a hardcore fan of Yu Setsuna reportedly went berserk upon hearing the marriage announcement of Setsuna's former voice actress Tomari Kusunoki. And if you're a regular follower of mine, I'll give you a better example of something that maybe you'd be more familiar with. This voice actress is the voice actress that does the character from Chainsaw Man known as Makima. The fan allegedly set a Setsuna plushie on fire, claiming a deep emotional attachment to the character created through Kusunoki's performance. Tomori Kusunoki voiced Yu Setsuna from 2018 to 2023 and is also widely known for her role as Makima in Chainsaw Man. And again, I get it when you get upset, like, regardless of what, like, yeah, it's just, from a distance type of thing. I totally get being upset. I totally get expressing your quote unquote feelings on these type of things, but there's so much more healthier methods to go about it. Like, if you were genuinely attached to that character, so to speak, and you see that it went that particular way, burning stuff and acting out in a way of that type of fashion probably ain't gonna change the circumstances of anything. And I say probably, but yeah, we know that, like, at the end of the day, burning a plushie or burning anything ain't gonna make things go away. And this is becoming an increasingly bigger issue regarding, like, things of this nature happening. Like, for example, this is why a lot of K-pop idols, J-pop idols in general, artists kind of have to keep relationships under wraps, and sometimes record labels make them sign contracts where they're not allowed to get into relationships because they want to avoid incidents like this one. And yet, it's interesting enough that recent times, a lot of these people are actually going about and putting these things public, not really caring so much about what happens regarding the fans, because people want to express their love for their loved ones, which is completely understandable. In my opinion, for me personally, I think for the most part, if you're genuinely in a relationship with somebody, it's always a good thing to let people know at the very least, like, yo dog, well, that you're taken, so to speak, right? Like it gives a little bit of comfort to your partner so that your partner understands that you're serious about this, so that your partner understands that you're not just messing around with them, you know, that this is serious business. So as far as making it public that, hey, you know, you're in a relationship, I definitely think that that's a good thing. Now, showing who your partner is, that's a little bit of a dicey ball game, just because showing who your partner is, and admittedly made some of those mistakes in my time as well. So even if this actress said like, yo dog, this is who I'm actually marrying, this is who I'm with, like on one side of things is like, hey, they want to express their emotions, they want to express their love, they want to say like, yo, this person is mine and I'm theirs. But then at the same time, this is also kind of putting, I don't want to be so drastic about it, but it kind of puts a target on their back, so to speak. But at the same time, if you have a partner that's strong, courageous, and don't care, and is like, yo, yeah, tell everybody that I'm yours and you're mine, let them know, that kind of has to be more of an agreeance thing. Or at the very least, if you know that your partner is about it, that your partner is like, yo, ain't none of that gonna bother me, you know what I'm saying, let them know we're together, then it is what it is. But it's just kind of crazy to say that in this day and age and this, you know, timeline, so to speak, that fans are still kind of acting out, so to speak, when things like this happen. Even if you're heartbroken about something, even if it really hurts, again, healthier methods, talk to somebody about it, you know, grieve in your own way. But acting out and burning stuff, I mean, dog, that's your money that you're losing out on, you know what I'm saying? And by no means am I saying I'm perfect. Like I said, I've had my moments, you know, me being upset about certain things, but honestly, it's time for the fandom to do better. It's time for us to move in more strategic and smarter ways. It's time for us to operate in better fashion so that we can ultimately see better days. So yeah, if you have a partner and you want to let the world know, hey, this is who I'm with, hey, this is who I'm rocking with, hey, this person is mine, I'm theirs, then go for it. But again, until we see better days, ultimately, you might end up with situations like this that is going to attract haters, that is going to attract people going berserk, that is going to attract people just doing the most. That's all I have for this one. I'm Tim. As always, people, have an awesome day. Peace in, and yeah, don't break, burn, or do anything to your stuff because things don't go your way. Like, that's not going to solve anything except taking away the things that you love and enjoy. Peace in. Oh, the boat is no longer docked, homie, we setting sail. Yeah, it's quite special. Better respect the vessel.